Hello Virgo, and welcome to your July 2016 General Tarot Card Read. Dee here along with my dear friend Miss Lucy.
Hello.
First off, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you. Thank you for your comments, your positive input, the constructive criticism that you've sent our way. We really appreciate it, and we thank you, and we hope that what we're doing is helping you out, especially with this month. You've got a lot of stuff going on. And that being said, for those of you that are new to us, what we do is Lucy does a read, I do a read, and then we read the read together. Her read and mine becomes a whole separate read, so that gives you 3 reads. Keep in mind that this is a general tarot card read. It will not resonate with everybody, but you've got 3 different reads to choose from, and if that doesn't work, I would suggest that you look at your sun and moon signs also. We also pull an oracle card. For you guys, we have 2, and they're kind of interesting because we can be told to either draw 1 or 3, and for you it's definitely 2. And then what we do is from your year in a glance type of a thing, we both pulled a card for each month, and that's the cards that we've been using to lead into the month. And so far they've been really spot on for the reads that we use. So if you want, go back over into that video and watch it if you get a chance. Maybe I'll post a link in the thing so everybody can look at these again, because I really think that it's important for you, especially Virgo, maybe more so than some of our other signs. So we're going to get into the read, but before I begin, I want you to know that what we're going to be telling you is not a portent of doom, but it is more of a forewarned is forearmed. Now, we're going to start with Lucy's read, and there's got to be a lot of stuff going on for you guys, but just keep that in mind and then listen to it and try and absorb. In fact, some of you may need to come back and watch this again later. Okay, so the card that Lucy pulled in for the month
Is the 5 of Wands. Now, the 5 of Wands is about conflict or strife or just general disagreement. So, this is about competition. So, the message of this card is that with any arguments or anything like that you can get into with anybody, it's an opportunity, it really is an opportunity to find out more about yourself and the other person. This is an opportunity for growth. So, try to see it in that light. It helps to point out your weaknesses and your strengths. And the caution of this card here is don't cause intentional pain, because again, you can scar yourself just as easily as you can scar somebody else that way with doing something intentionally. It can dwell in the back of your mind and rear up its ugly little head the rest of your life. Okay? And then we go to the 8 of Swords. Now the 8 of Swords, as you can see here, it indicates constraint of some kind. It's usually a mental constraint on your own part. So it could be your pattern, the way you think something is happening when it truly may not be happening that way. So the message here is use your own intellect to remove these constraints from your mind. Use your patience and your courage, because it could be a situation that you really do not want to face, but one that is needful of being faced. Okay, so again, use your patience and your courage to remove those constraints, take off your blindfolds, and move forward beyond this situation that has you trapped. Okay, and then we have Death. Now, to me, this card is not literally death, but it's an indicator of great change, drastic change, either a loss of some kind, a destruction. It could be of a partnership, a relationship. It's a ending, but it's also a new beginning. So that's what death is. It's change. It's metamorphosis. So if it has to do with your own behaviors, then what you need to do is face those behaviors and let go of beliefs or mindsets that don't do you any good, that no longer serve you, that you cannot find any logical or even any emotional reason for them to still be there. I mean, we outgrow things all the time. We outgrow patterns of thinking. from when our teenager years through young adulthood. We're not the same people we were when we were teenagers. That's because we've outgrown that way of thinking. We don't see that as a death. We see that as a change, as a moving forward. So that's what that is here. So the caution of the death card is don't let your pain or your fear hold you back from the changes that you need to make. It's your life. It's your changes. It's better to get through it quickly than to let it stagnate and drag you down. Then you have the King of Pentacles. You know, the King of Pentacles, as you see there, he's very happy. He's contented. He's successful. He's gone out and worked long and hard for his resources, for his gowns, his throne, the shoes on his feet, the path that he walks. And that's good. That's good. It's a good thing. But as you can see, he may look a little bit bored there too. So maybe you need to take a little time off from all your hard work. Take a little vacation, a little downtime, never hurt anybody. So go ahead and do that. The caution here is don't become lazy and don't become dependent on your material things. They're not the most important thing in your life. The people that are around you that care about you and love you, they are the most important thing in your life. And they are usually the reason we go out and we work so hard. So take them with you on this vacation. Or give them their own vacation if they're old enough. You know, it's okay. Watch out for death, though, okay? Yeah. If you're taking time off, you're going to be spending some of that money you've worked so hard for. And the Empress. The Empress here is about love and life. And the creation of life from that love. It's abundance. It's fertility. It's fulfillment. So, the action of the Empress is largely internal and nurturing. And the message here is create with passion. Tap into her energy. Use that energy to help you succeed in your endeavors. The caution here is to maintain a healthy balance in your life. Don't become obsessive with your actions. Don't become controlling with your behavior. This is your life. You're the one that needs to tend it. So tend it with love. Next we have the Hanging Man. Now the Hanging Man has put himself into this position. So you can see he free himself anytime he wants to. So why is he there? Why has he done this? That is the question. Why are you there? Why have you done this? Perhaps you're seeking a new perspective on an old situation. Or perhaps you're seeking simply a change. So the Hangman is also about gaining insight into yourself or into a situation that you're in. You're suspended there, so you are restricted in what you can do. And you've done this to yourself for a reason. Find your reason, okay? Think about that. And is the sacrifice that you're making worth the outcome that you're looking for? Are you looking for a different outcome? Be true to yourself. Don't use your behavior to do something inappropriate. You know when something is wrong, do the right thing. Okay, this is your choice, your life. Live it the best you can.
You know, your read is very interesting. You've got a lot of changes, but a lot of grounding things too, and that nurturing and yet being able to tip yourself over to get that different perspective and not let your thoughts rule you, like with the Eight.
Right. You need to use your mind not against yourself but for yourself. You need to let go of the past that does not serve you anymore. We all change our behavior as we grow, as we mature. Perhaps this is a time in your life where you need to mature a little bit more. the King of Pentacles. He's got everything materially that he wants, but there's some movement there that he needs to make for his betterment, for himself, for the people around him. The Empress is all about the nurturing and the love and the passion. Perhaps you need to find that again. And again, the Hangman is hanging there because he is looking. He is actively seeking a new way of seeing things. So, there you go.
So don't be afraid to hang yourself upside down to get that perspective, because it's important.
Look within for it, because that's where it is.
Okay. Thanks, Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
So my read for the month starts off with the Tower. The Tower is a difficult card because it's about constructive deconstruction. It's almost like a chaotic energy, and for some of you this month is going to feel totally chaotic. It's what it has to do, it takes down the foundations of false beliefs that we've had, and it paves the way for new ones to begin. And you need to keep that in mind this month, that even though there's all this going on, and I keep getting trial by fire, some of you guys are going to feel like you're in a trial by fire, and it's going to feel disruptive, and it's going to feel really chaotic. But this has to happen this month for you, because in order for these new things to come in and for you to get the growth that you need, all those false beliefs that you've had. And I think for some of you, it's going to be about relationships. For some, it's going to be about yourself. All these false beliefs that you've had about yourself, it's time to put these things aside. Let this happen, even though it's kind of rough. Because the first card that I received for the month is the Ace of Pentacles. I truly believe in order for this to happen, which the Ace of Pentacles is all about being grounded. It's beginning the path to your life. It's about planting foundations for a good life. In order for this to happen, that Tower has to happen first. And I see it as a progression, not just the theme for the month with the Tower, but this is a progression too. So you have to pull down all these false beliefs in order for this to happen. And that's what you want. You want to build your life on good foundations, whether it be a relationship or whether it be about yourself. You have an opportunity to do this. And one of the ways you can do that is the next card that I pulled is the High Priestess. Now, she is all about following your intuition. She's about that feminine lunar magic type of a thing where she's very esoterical, very much into that space and that spiritual space. And for some of you, that's what you're going to have to hold on to as you go through this month. Look at your spiritual side. Don't be afraid to follow your intuition. And the other thing which is interesting about this card is the High Priestess holds secrets. And she holds these secrets and she doesn't gossip about them. When you tell the High Priestess something like this, she holds on to it and doesn't let it go. And I really believe that sometimes when we're hurt, we feel we need to lash out at other people. And Virgo, you've got some secrets that you know that could actually hurt somebody. Don't do that. That's the caution of this. Don't do that. Protect those secrets that have been given to you, because there's a reason why you got it. Don't turn around and lash out just because your life is changing and you may feel chaotic. Don't do that. Instead, tap into the spiritual side, follow your intuition, hold on to those secrets that have been given to you, and protect them, because it's going to protect you in the long run too. And again, I keep getting it. This is about relationships. I don't see work. I see relationships and self. This whole month is all about that.
Well, mine is just, let's face it, it's self all the way mostly.
Yeah.
It really is.
So the next card is the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups is about empathy. She's a very empathic, very feeling type of a person. Her emotions are like right out there all the time. She have a lot of instinct. She sometimes isn't able to balance her moods because she almost goes to extremes. And that's one thing you need to think about too. But it's also learning to control the emotions that stir within you. And you've got the High Priestess energy that's before, which is good for keeping the secrets and following your intuition in a spiritual way. And then right after the Queen of Cups, I've got the Emperor. The Emperor is all about rules and regulations. It's about authority. It's about structure. It's about somebody who sets boundaries in his life. And I think with this change that's coming on, you need to tap into not only your spiritual side, but you need to tap into your thinking, authority side, and set these boundaries that you need to do for this changes that are coming on. Don't be afraid to tell people no. Know your limits, but don't be mean. Don't use that authority and the power that you have to destroy somebody. In fact, I keep getting don't destroy. Just because you're being destroyed or you're having things change, don't lash out and change those hurt those people around you. And then at the end of the month, I have the Hermit. Now, you guys have 4 major arcana cards for you for this month. That's a lot. And with you ending up with the Hermit is all about seeking the answers within. This is about philosophy. It's about wisdom. It's about preparing yourself to turn around and help others. And I truly believe that you going through this month is going to be able to set the groundwork to help somebody else in the future. And it's going to be hard at times, and you've got the conflict and danger that's lying in wait. I keep seeing the dagger over here. Conflict and danger lying in wait. You've got a lot of that going on. But even though that's going on, this is going to be an opportunity for growth. On a side note, I see the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. I see that this is a couple that is actually tied together for you guys for this read. And this is a change for you guys. It's a new way of looking at your relationship. The person that represents the Queen of Cups is very emotional. The Emperor is more stoic, more logical, more authority. Now, this can be a male or a female, so don't read that it's a male and female, that way. This is just 2 different energies. Yeah. So I really think that there's going to be some foundations that are going to be shook up in this relationship, and it's going to really test who you are. But this is an opportunity for you not to go to extremes and pull into yourself. And what you guys are going through is actually going to help others in the long run. Okay, so now we're going to do the combined read, which is quite interesting. Okay, so we start off with the 5 of Wands and the Tower. The 5 of Wands being conflict, strife, and the Tower having that deconstructive, reconstructive. Yeah, constructive, reconstructive.
The 5 of Wands is also an opportunity. If you look at it, there's the dark side, there's the not so dark side of each card. Mm-hmm. This is an opportunity to learn about yourself, to learn about the people around you through this strife, to learn about your own weaknesses and your strengths. It's an opportunity to look at yourself and change.
And to be honest.
Yes, just as the Tower is. It's a change. It's an opportunity for change.
One of the hardest things is looking at yourself and being honest.
Yes, that is hard.
It is. And
nothing easy about either one of those cards.
But Virgo, you're being called this month. You're being called to do this. There is a big reason for this, because it's going to set the groundwork for your future. Then we have the 8 of Swords along with the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. And I really feel that for somebody, they've got a lot of money matters on their mind, that they're feeling bound up. In fact, it's almost like you're not really looking at your money situation very well.
Could be.
And it's almost like you're not being honest with yourself. And whether this is with extensive spending, but you have an opportunity to lay foundations for your financial security. And you need to be honest with yourself and don't bind yourself up. And don't think that you're going to be a certain way and it's going to affect you the rest of the time. No, this is a new beginning. So be honest as you go through this. Death with the High Priestess. I really feel that for some people, spiritually, you feel that you need to be doing something a certain way with your religion. You feel that you're supposed to do that. But I really think that with these 2 cards together, there's going to be a testing and a death to part of what you truly thought you believed in at one time. And I really feel that it has to do with the spiritual. When you have these 2 together, and they're such very powerful cards on their own, but to bring them together, like Lucy said, death is all about rebirth and learning and leaving behind what no longer serves you. And when you do it with such,
because we do as we move forward in our lives. Change is inevitable. Accept it, embrace it, to move forward.
And it's almost like you need to do this on a spiritual level.
Well, it doesn't say that you're not going to have regret. It does not say that. It does not say that there is not going to be pain. It does not say that. It says that change is coming. Prepare yourself for it as best you can.
Now, that being said, I'm just going to real quick inject. On July the 19th is the new moon. The full moon. And this is a Capricorn moon. It's a very grounding, earthy type of a moon. And I would suggest that for some of you, you need to get out at the new moon, or the full moon. and do some cleansing. Go out and let go some of these things that no longer serve you, and take the time to really cleanse yourself and let that power, that lunar magic come and really help you, because it's going to help give you some clarity.
If it's not safe to go out, you can meditate in your own room,
right. Exactly. You don't have to be like under it, but then you have the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. Wow, what an interesting power couple. You've got somebody who's very well grounded, materialistic, and then you've got somebody who's empathic and yet emotions are all over the place.
Perhaps she is what he is looking for.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of get that too. And what's funny is that this particular pairing segues into the Empress and the Emperor.
Yeah.
And I think that there's somebody that's got a new relationship chance, whether it be you're the King of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups is coming your way. The Cups, of course, are water signs, Scorpion, Cancer, Pisces. Your Pentacles are your Taurus, Capricorn.
I mean, you could have they're diagonal.
Right.
You could do straight lines. You could do, circle. Here we go, circle, circle.
But it's going to be a temperance for you guys. In fact, you might be the other couple now. You might be the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, but you're going to learn to become the Empress and the Emperor, and people are going to come to you, because even with all of these things and changes that are going on, you're going to be able to teach people to set boundaries. You guys are going to be a living example of how a relationship, even going through this trial by fire, can turn you into. And you may feel at the time that this isn't going to happen, but it will happen. So hold on to each other. Be honest with each other, and this is what's going to happen, and you're going to turn around and help other people. And again, this is so interesting. The Hermit is all about finding that answer within, and the Hanging Man is a new perspective, turning himself upside down. Yeah. So it's time for you.
Decisions, transition,
Look at things a different way. Don't be afraid to do it. And talk to yourself a little bit more. Do that way, because this is an opportunity for you to turn around, get yourself set inside so that you can turn around and help other people. This is a preparation time for you. So out of all of this conflict and all these changes and having to be honest with yourself, which is always painful in some ways, there is good things that are going to come out of it. And again, I keep getting that somebody's going to be really able to turn around and help other people because of what they've been through. So forewarned is forearmed. This is a heavy read, and we know that, and we're we've promised to be honest with what we get, and this is probably one of the heavier reads that we've had this month.
It is. But again,
it is going to be a purification process for you, Virgo, and it's going to be a new way of thinking and a new way of life. And change hurts sometimes, especially if you're older and you're like, oh no, I can't, that
again.
Teaching a dog new tricks.
Yeah, really.
But you can do this, and there's a reason for it. There's a reason. So the card that we pulled, I'm going to have Lucy read it. It's called The Dragon's Lair.
You are always protected and divinely directed, it says. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You are about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you are on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is coming to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are awaiting to be discovered.
Virgo, this is an opportunity for you. If you don't get it this month, it's going to come to you again. I can see it as easy as I can see the cards in front of me. So be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people that you care about. Don't destroy other people as you're feeling like you're being destroyed. Don't lash out at other people. Don't go to that extremes of that. Set your boundaries, yes. Pull back when you need to. Tell people no when you need to, but don't hurt other people just because you're going through this. This is a trial by fire, and it's going to be a good thing for you. Just hang in there. We'll be thinking about you. Let us know, if there's something, we can do. We can pray for you or any of that kind of stuff. Feel free to leave us comments. We will get back to you. We read each and every one of them, and we try to respond within a day or so, because it's important for us and we are thinking about you. So just hold on to what you know. It's going to be some changing, but it's going to be a good growth thing for you, and you're going to turn around and help others because of what you've been through. And isn't that what it's about for us, is turning around and helping other people, and so that we can grow and grow together. Is there anything you want to say?
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Virgo, walk in peace, light, and love, and we'll be thinking about you, and we will talk to you soon.
Goodbye.